Hi, welcome to Pagan Goddess Tarot, and today we're doing the Celtic Cross reading, and this is going to be for the sign of Libra. Keep in mind this is a general collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if it starts to resonate later, don't be surprised, that's quite common. You're more than welcome to come back to the channel and rewatch any of the videos that you'd like. Okay, now that being said, the readings you should be watching are your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So we're starting with Rhino Spirit. And the Rhino Spirit says, overcome any obstacle. Sorry, I had to find my glass. Overcome any obstacle. Okay. So, and let's take two from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. There we go. We have Sage. Be devoted and committed. Be devoted and committed. And one more, please. One more for Libra. One more for Libra. And it's Elder. It's telling you to move beyond your ancestral patterns. All right. All right, so I'm going to take the Celtic Tarot, and what I'm going to do is I need to move these cards over. These Oracle cards are very powerful messages in and of themselves. They typically do coordinate with the tarot portion of the tarot portion of the reading, but not always. Sometimes they are standalone messages, so take them as they resonate with you. And the reason I'm moving them is because the Celtic Tarot is rather large spread, and it is they're just in the way. I mean, it's not a nice way to put it, but I just need the space. There we go. That's what I need. So, and there we are. The Shadow. Okay. This can be passion. Okay. This can be temptation. This can be whatever the devil's luring you in with. This is anything that's holding you, binding you. Okay. But you're not really bound to it. The chains are loose. You can free yourself. Actually, in one of the there's a tarot deck where the female is already left, the divine feminine is left, and the male divine masculine is still there. Okay, this is anything that binds you, that's toxic relationships, toxic behaviors. Okay, so that is definitely about, if you are doing something or you are building something, you know, this is definitely about moving on beyond your ancestral patterns. Okay, and it's also telling you can overcome any obstacle. And while you're moving forward, just remember this: the journey is the journey. The journey is the prize. Okay, so be devoted and committed to the journey. All right. So the card that is crossing you is Equilibrium. It's a major arcana card. And sometimes, I mean, it's just really difficult to stay balanced. You know, you can wake up, you can have a beautiful morning, everything goes right, you walk outside, and doom and gloom. Okay, just whatever, you know, it just happens that way sometimes, and it's sometimes difficult, especially if you're empathic, to balance out energies and stay grounded. Okay, so remember, there's passion here. She has passion for what she does. She has 1 foot on water, 1 foot on land. It's reminiscent of the star. Okay, she has abundance with the hen and the boar. There's more to that story. And, you know, I'd like to do a series of videos on these legends. Okay, so in the background you have The rainbow, the promise between spirit and the material world, the joining, the blending of, okay, spiritual and material. And in her hand, she has two cauldrons, and the water is reminiscent of the arc of the rainbow, okay? But it's flowing at an impossible angle. That's just not possible in this realm. It defies the laws of physics, and yet she's doing it, okay? So stay devoted and committed to what you want, to what you're doing, okay? What you do have going for you, though, is the King of Shields. Now, this can be you, or this can be somebody that is there for you. This is an energy that is very, very slow, very steady, very grounded. Now, he's not quite as slow as the knight, because he's more sure of himself, because he was the knight at one point, all right? This is somebody that knows how to build abundance, that has the patience, has the equilibrium to wait, to put a little bit away every week, okay? Doesn't matter how much it is, but you put some away every week. 10% is actually what is recommended, or more now. So, and when he's in abundance, but see, he knows how to attract abundance. He knows how to make abundance. He knows how to build abundance. He knows how to attract abundance, because once you have it, it'll gravitate towards you, okay? But he never forgets about being able to do hard work. He didn't get there by just sitting around. He worked hard, and he will still. He loves his finery. He's very grounded, though. And if something needs to be done, and he happens to be the person that has the ability and the skill to do it, he's going to drop those fancy robes, and he will go out there and work. He will help. He will build. If you need your roof repaired and there's nobody around and he's riding through, he's gonna take those robes off and get down to his what they would call undershirt. I don't know what they call the undershirts, but undershirts and pants and boots, and he's going to fix the roof. That kind of person, okay? If he's abundant, his kingdom's abundant. That is one thing that we all need to learn, is when we're abundant, we make sure that the people that got us there are abundant as well, okay? All right. Oh, yeah, you had quite a bit of conflict in the past. Now, this could be you. This could be this is the past, so keeping that in mind. This is something that you went through. Now, this can be anywhere from competition to a really, really, really bad, harsh situation, harsh lessons. Okay? And that's, again, this is why we are sitting with Rhino Spirit. Okay? Rhino Spirit is telling you can overcome anything, any obstacle. Nothing can stand in your way right now. Okay? If you have ancestral patterns, all those things that are in your mind saying, oh, I can't do this. I'm never going to be able to do this. How am I going to do this? That just attracts more of it. Remember what I said about attracting abundance? He knows how to attract it. He's not worrying over money. He actually puts it into the flow. If you continue to linger on past hurts without just drawing it out and looking at it and say, oh, I know what happened there. I know what my mistakes are, because as you move along and you go a little longer, what happens is you heal. And then you look back later and say, wow, what was I thinking? But you were in a situation at that time, and now you learned the red flags. That's why we learn lessons. You learned those lessons, okay? You know what to watch for. Now you're trained. Now you're a trained warrior. You know to walk on the high ground, the high moral ground. This person is a warrior. He's following his spirit team, and he came in peace, the white rose. Peace and love, actually, because That was medieval times. Or prior to, the white rose was basically the red rose today. Okay, he's not really worried. He's trained. He understands. He knows what's going on down there. He's not afraid of them because he's a trained warrior. Okay, and that's why he's standing on high ground, because he really doesn't want to hurt any of them. They're villagers, and he can easily knock those wands away. And you need to remember that as you're overcoming obstacles. You can move forward. You know what you're doing. You got this. Follow your intuition. Now, in the future, we see you taking respite. This is resting and reflecting. This is like doing a life review, thinking about where you came out. What did I go through? And then, what did I need to know? How could I have avoided this? Okay, no, I should have done that. No, it's now you know in the future what red flags did I miss? And once you get past the pain, you can bring these memories up and look at them like somebody else is watching a movie. Like it's not you. You're not emotionally imbalanced. That's what the shadow work does. And then you learn, you see from what happened in the past. And it teaches you how to go in the future. Like I said, this is a life review. Learning. Listening to your inner self. Learning. This is part of learning the lessons. But like I said, it shows you where red flags were that you missed before. And now you need to think about, what is it that I truly want in life? And then move towards that, okay? The Queen of Swords, that's what you're presenting of. Okay, the Queen of Swords is another one that's balanced. She sees things from a really, really high perspective. I mean, look at how far up she is in the air. Air is mental. Swords is mental energy. She does have emotions. She does not allow her emotions to rule her. You can see the chalice carved in her chair. There's a promise between the sea, the water, and the earth. That's that rainbow. There's a promise there. Excuse me. There's a promise there. And it's a balance. If you go back to the equilibrium, see, you have the rainbow, you have that curvature. It's the balance. Okay, so she's balanced between her emotions and her intellect. She makes her decisions wisely because she's been through a lot. So she understands those emotions. She just doesn't let them rule her. She's not afraid to cut things away that do not serve her. Okay? So, tell me about your environment right now. Tell me about, I'm sorry, Libras. I just did Virgos. Tell me about Libra's environment. Wow. Independent wealth. Independently wealthy. But again, we have these things where you have to be devoted and committed. You have to be able to go through all these obstacles and not worry about it. This person learned everything she needed to know about falcons. She knows everything there is to about raising falcons. Okay? She didn't learn that overnight. She took her time and learned it. And that's why she's wealthy. Step by step, remember? A little bit at a time. Is how you build it. And once you build it, you attract it. Because there's a select clientele for falcons. But when you raise the best, guess who's coming to you? That select clientele. Okay? And she got there by learning everything there was to know about it. Okay? Okay. hopes and fears. You're coming out of the storm. You've come out of this storm. Whatever the past was for you, this is done. The new day is dawning, and you're moving forward. You're moving into calmer waters. You're moving over towards that island. Now, you don't know what's coming, but at this point, you just need to know that you can overcome those patterns. You can overcome any obstacles, okay? And just stay devoted and committed to what it is that you're passionate about, okay? And you will build this 10 of Pentacles, okay? So you already have the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles speaks of a legacy, a dynasty. There's the Pentacles are, the shields are in the shape of the Celtic cross. Look who's sitting beneath it, the king. That's his wife. And those are his nephews. And again, we see the promise again. Got a lot of promise from Spirit coming in here. That's three or four? Three rainbows. All right. There's 3 rainbows. And this is about building something. This is love and abundance. Slowly, over time, building something. But something that will last. Building something of quality. Something that's going to last for generations. Okay? And we have the Hermit card. Again, this is resting and recharging your batteries. Remember, you make better decisions if you are well rested. Okay? That's somebody that took his time to do that life review. Okay? Figured out what he really wanted. And once he figured out what his true wish fulfillment was, he was able to move forward towards it. Okay? So I'm going to move a few cards. It's just to make it easier so I don't have to move things around a lot when I'm clarifying. All right, so we have the shadow. Okay, you're coming out of this. Your ships are actually coming in now. And it's most likely because of the karmic value or the karmic debt that came from whatever that recent past was. All right. And it looks like you're coming into some kind of union. Again, we have another rainbow. We have another arch. Okay. And I hate to break it to you, it's not always romantic. Sometimes that can actually be business. But there is communication and there is feelings here. So something that you did when you found your balance, whatever you did to find your balance, okay, that and whatever you're passionate about, this is what set the wheel of motion, the wheel of fortune in motion. Sorry, it's turning in your favor now. Okay. All right. So try to look at things from a different perspective. It's not necessarily a higher perspective, but I would say here it's definitely a higher perspective considering how far up he's in space. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Okay. Again, he was somebody that he took the time to rest, recharge his batteries, and he looked. Okay. He looked at what he truly wanted. The wish fulfillment, what his true wish was. And he put it in that lantern because now it's his guiding light. Now he knows how to move forward, okay? And as he's found his path, it's illuminated because of that dream, okay? That wish fulfillment, that what he's searching for. And it's leading him to abundance. Okay? So, I mean, you may have felt trapped in the past. You may feel trapped now. You may have had a broken heart in the past, but Spirit is trying to tell you, okay? Spirit is trying to tell you, you can handle anything that life throws at you. That's what the past was about. It trained you, okay? It trained you. And that is one of the overarching parts of this reading. Now, you've gone through this. This is the past. And it's telling you, don't look back. Don't look back with any regrets. You know, take what you can, leave what you can't take, and don't look back. It's time to move forward. It's time to move ahead. You're moving out of the storm and into calmer waters. You're moving away from the devil. And now it's time for you to start thinking about how you're going to build this firm foundation. How are you going to do that? Okay, you're going to take the high road. You're going to stand proud. You're going to be in peace because you're a warrior. You've survived it. You survived all that conflict. Okay? And now it's time to charge ahead. You're ready to move. Okay? Because you took the time to do the work. You rested. You reflected. You did the life review. You know? So, resting and reflecting. Once you do that, you're going to find you have a lot of options. Okay? A lot of options. Okay? Choose your path. That's all you have to do is choose your path. You have a lot of options. Okay? But you will know. She does follow her intuition. She doesn't let her emotions overrule her. She knows what to cut away. So if there's too many options, you know, you will be able to find the one that suits you. Okay? It just takes some time and it takes some discernment. Okay? And if you can do this, you will be abundant enough to take care of yourself and help other people. Okay? But it takes learning how to love yourself before you can move forward. And that is also a wish fulfillment card. That's a couple of times you've got that in here. Okay? You're going through some kind of a transformation. All right? You're becoming more mature emotionally. Okay? And again, I mean, if that's not power, that's the same card. It's clarifying itself. Independently wealthy. You have the ability to bring this into you. You are the Queen of Pentacles at this point. You understand how to build abundance and carry abundance, but you're still grounded and earthy. Just like the King, if she knows everything there is to know about crops, she knows about medicines, she knows about, medicinal herbs it would have been then. She knows about childbirth and animal husbandry. You know, she'd be the first one, if a woman is struggling in labor, she's going to be the first one to go help. Okay? She's going to take those robes off, roll up those sleeves, and off she goes. Okay? So you are moving out of this storm. You're significantly moving out of this storm into way better position. All right? So, but they need you to be patient. It doesn't happen overnight. You're coming out of that storm. You still have a lot of heavy burdens. Okay? You know, you still haven't fully recovered. This is your path to building this, okay? So start making your plans for the future right now. Once you start seeing things from the higher perspective, it's going to illuminate your path. You also have, your ancestors are helping guide you. Your spirit team is helping guide you, okay? And they're guiding to you to this Ten of Pentacles, or in this case it's Ten of Shields, but, you know, so it's all right to look at the past with nostalgia, okay? It is, but you're moving forward, and you're not only moving forward quickly, you're moving forward, see over here, you're moving forward, you're balanced, willpower and victory, okay, charging forward, okay? So you can look back at the past with some nostalgia, because we all have good memories in the past of something, somewhere, somehow, okay? And now they're telling you it is time to celebrate life. And the reason that this is coming around, that's what set the wheel in motion. When you rested, and reflected and decided what it is you truly wanted in life. You accepted the losses in the past. You accepted that you learned some hard lessons. You accepted that now is your time, and it's time for you to move forward. Oops, sorry. So I'm going to pull some Archangel cards, and let's get some messages from them for you. Archangel Azrael, be generous and stand up for your beliefs. Okay. This is an amazing reading. You're just basically coming out of the storm. You had a rough past. You're transitioning into a new cycle. And you're going to have a lot of options. So they're giving you the Queen of Swords energy to choose what you want and cut away what doesn't serve you. Gentleness, Archangel Sandalphon. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. All right, and then we have clairaudience. Archangel Zadkiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside of your mind and from other people. Okay, and audience is audio that you're hearing. You can hear things. Okay. So that's what I have for you. This is like a really, really good reading. And you're going to learn to handle these energies. I think, like I said, you're coming out of this rough time, coming out of this dark night of the soul, or at least some very serious circumstances. And you're moving forward. And what really kicked it into gear was you taking the time to rest and reflect and see what it is that you've been through. Look at it